There's this verse in the Bible that says, "Give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy and lose everything." Proverbs 11. How I feel about this is the world, people are impatient, and they feel like what's due to them, they have control over that situation. It's like today I was walking home and I just was receiving all of these glares, these glares of madness. People seem mad, but they don't speak on how they feel, so they're just bottling this up inside, and mentally, they want control over the situation. You know, People tend to get their way, but when God interferes with the situation, it's like slapping you down and telling you no, stop. It's not going to happen. You know, um so yeah, I guess I'll just leave the word of the day with patience. Be patient and know that no matter how angry you are, you're driving yourself to madness because you have no control over the situation. People tend to pray for their way and try to put hands on you because they're not getting their way. The nation is mad. You know, they want this for a person or they want this to go this way and it's not going that way. When you're in a place where you're not accepted, know that God accepts you. When you feel rejected, know that God accepts you. When you feel pressured, apply that pressure towards your faith. Apply all that's in you towards your faith because people are going to do what they have to do to get their way. But it's on you to always have faith in yourself and believe in your higher power that they cannot do anything to you that's not meant to be done to you. People, they don't know your situation. So therefore, go on and do what you have to do, you know. And because they don't know your situation, that just puts them in a more terrible situation because they don't know your circumstance, they don't know why. And still they try to apply and apply and apply this pressure to you that doesn't need to be put on you. So yeah, um, it's just I don't know. It just feels like, at times you just can't be yourself. You can't be free to just be you because like I said, people gonna be people. You know, though if the world gonna be mad at you, allow the world to be mad at you. Just allow it. It is what it is. Let them be them. Disregard in how they feel, disregard everything, because it is what it is, honestly. If you want to express yourself in a way and be who you are, you know, turn the other cheek. That's what I feel like. Any place that you just know that just has this grudge over you or just looks at you with shame and disgrace and just looks at you as if, you're the problem, turn the other cheek and walk away, you know. And even then, you don't even got to walk away. You can still put yourself in that position because, like I said, life goes on. You still have to do what you got to do. So, regardless of how they feel, turn that other cheek and keep on doing what you are doing. Keep on because you know what's best for you. You know what feels right and you know what is right. What's right for you may feel wrong for other people. What's right for you may separate you from them, and that is why they're looking down upon you. That is why they're feeling some type of way about you because you're doing what feels right for you. And it's on them if they want to understand, and it's on them to turn the other cheek. They too as well can turn the other cheek, but what's aggravating them is because they choose not to. They see something and they think immediately, oh, this ain't fair. you know why this person get treated that way? This isn't fair. But you're not in that person's position to understand anything about that situation. You haven't been around. You're just walking into the situation. Even if you have been around, you have to earn respect to get respect. You have to treat others the way you want to be treated to a certain extent. To a certain extent. But you have treat others the way you want to be treated. And if they're treating you wrong, treat them wrong and have no remorse for the situation because like I said, people go be people. Everyone has this madness in them. Everyone has this darkness in them that they tend to ignore. They choose to ignore that darkness when all they got to do is pay attention and work through it. But instead of working through their darkness, they project this darkness onto other people so that they can feel the madness that they're feeling inside. When really all you have to do is work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. And as a mother and looking at these kids, I feel like this is the things that they need to hear. If they can learn to do this now, they will be warriors growing up. Nothing will bother them, nothing will shake them, nothing will drive them insane. Because, like I said, when you think about it, kids have it worse. The kids have it worse. We may know and we may have that experience, but guess what? What we have already experienced, the kids are experiencing now. They're experiencing this now. You know, they're feeling it more. Kids are as a sponge, so they're feeling this more. But it takes discipline for these kids. You have to listen to your guardian. You have to pay attention. That's how I was. When I was younger, I paid close attention. A little bit. I paid a little bit of attention. I played, my family didn't really talk much. They didn't really communicate much. So it was more of I'm just watching how they move, and then you just but inside, like I said, kids internally, they're feeling, they're just think of when you was younger. So as a kid, when I was young, I was going through so much, and mentally I was just, I was battling all of these thoughts. So just think of it in that way. Your child is battling, your child is open minded right now, so everything is coming to them, you know. But like I said, your child have to be disciplined enough to listen and to show respect. A lot of these kids around here do not respect their guardian. They don't respect adults because they feel so empowered. They feel that anger. They're feeling everything that we have already experienced, and maybe we are, and even we are, we've experienced it, but we're still experiencing that. So we're still experiencing that darkness and madness, and we're dealing with it on our time. But at the same time, you have to pay attention to your children. You know, you have to discipline your child. regardless, because if you don't discipline your child, they are working on the outside. All of that, that's how I feel, honestly. I feel like a lot of these kids, they're going out and they're going out, no matter how much we raise and train our kids, they're also, you know, as our child is born, from us. But guess what? They're raised by the world. So a lot of times as adults, we feel attacked too, and that's just the honest truth. A lot of adults may not say this, but we feel attacked too, because like I said, our children are going out into this world and they're being programmed. They're getting all this inside their mind. You know, it's like the outside is planting all these seeds, and then they come back home, and we have to basically tend to them. We have to sort through all of this stuff. We have to sort through this anger, sort through all of this, because in I don't know, it's just like your child is born from you, but your child is not only raised by you, they're also raised by other people as well. They're also raised by other people as well. And we always have to keep this in mind. So we got to keep training ourselves. We got to keep, working it out. We got to stay up, because we're not only allowing our seed, our child to walk into our door, but also whatever that has been done to that child throughout the day, that also is attached to them, just like a book bag. So it's on us to go through that book bag and sort through everything that's going on. Sort through whatever is in the way or interfering with our relationship with our children. As parents, we need to understand this, and we need to be aware of our child. We have to acknowledge our child and see that, this fight is not with them, but it's more so about what's inside. Just as your child goes out and they're eating, lunch food, this and that at school, they're taking all that in as well. So it's like you're being dealt more than, more. So yeah, we just have to work it out and figure out, get to the bottom of what they're going through. Because like I said, as I go out here and I see these kids' expression, these children just look so mad and angry, and they're walking out here with just attitudes, and they're taking that out there, and you don't know who they're projecting that onto. So just work on your child. That's all I gotta say. Just keep y'all child, and you work on y'all child. Don't send y'all child to school angry, or dealing with more than they can handle. Just think, they're young, they're strong, but at the same time, that don't mean they don't need help. Kids need help mentally. They need help, and going to school and focusing on these different subjects is only dispensing what they're really feeling, those problems they're really feeling inside, is dispensing it out to where now we're feeling that. But just like the world is connected, consciousness, it's connected. So they're dispensing all of that. So to make things easier, you just gotta, think about them just as much as you think about yourself. That's what people don't do. They don't pay attention to their child. And I feel like that's where the world needs to change. Y'all need to start paying attention, because these kids, you know, they're dealing with a lot. And that's what I had to go through when I was younger. Like I was bottling all of that up inside. And that is why I eventually, was guided to my counselor. I was guided to my counselor, and I had to get that counseling. A lot of these kids are so prideful that they feel like they don't need help. They don't need to go to the school counselor. But what is the school counselor there for? You know? In my time, I did have a school counselor, and that's why I could, talk about how, even when I got my counselor, that's when my life changed. But That's the thing. Kids have access to these things, and eventually when they grow up, they are going to tap into that knowledge, tap into that potential, and they're going to go out and seek help. So all you can do is be there for them now, so that, plant those seeds now, so that when they do grow up and they go see that counselor, they're not making any wrong decision. They're not vulnerable to where, they're making a decision that's going to affect your whole, family tree, that's going to affect your whole timeline, that's going to affect your life and impact you as well. You have to stop it now. You have to plant those seeds now, so they have more to think about when they go out and um they're making those type of decisions. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say today. And y'all have a wonderful day, and pay attention to your children, you know? Pay attention.